It's been over 4 months since the brutal slaying of Detroit neurosurgeon Devon Hoover. He was found naked and wrapped in sheets in the attic crawl space of his mansion in April. He suffered multiple gunshot wounds to his head, and news of his brutal murder left the community understandably stunned and really starved for answers. No one seeming to understand why a person would want to kill a man who was so beloved. But now police say they think they have their guy. But there's still a lot of work ahead before they will go public with any names or any charges. So let's bring in Joseph Tully, criminal defense attorney, to join us live and kind of help break this down. First of all, thank you for being here. What does this latest update from police tell you? Because it's kind of an update. I really think it's the best way to say it. I mean, they're saying that they're confident they have a suspect, but yet they aren't saying, who the person is, and they're not really saying much more.
Sure. Yes, I think this story is sort of notable for what they didn't say versus what they did say. I think it's fair to say that the police are keeping their cards very, very close to their vest here. As you noted, they say that they're confident that they have a suspect in this case, and that's all. But they also say that they have a lot of work to do, and they're working with the DA's office, the prosecution, to make sure that they have the best case possible before they go forward and file charges in court.
All right, so Joseph, should the public be concerned here? Because unless this person happens to be currently in jail on an unrelated crime, because again, we don't know who this person is because they haven't said anything other than that they think they have a suspect, this person could be roaming the streets. And if I lived there in Detroit, I would be concerned about that.
I think that's a valid concern. They did say earlier that they had a person of interest, and that person was in jail for separate charges, but that person was released a few days later. So, and we don't know if that person of interest is a witness or is their suspect. So I think there's a very real possibility that the police or that somebody, the perpetrator of this horrific crime, could be out there on the streets. Now, I will tell your viewers some inside stories here. When I have seen this before, it could be that this is a little bit of a bluff. They make this announcement and they keep their eyes very, very closely on their suspect to watch and see what moves they make, if any, after they come forward with this announcement to go public. So I do think that there's warranted concern, but I also think that if the police have a suspect in mind, they're keeping a close eye on him.
Well, and does this update, if we call it that, seem odd to you? Because, so many times authorities will either say, hey, there is no update, we don't have anything new to tell you at this time, or they are announcing and naming a suspect and charges versus saying, we think we have somebody, but that's all we're going to tell you.
Yeah, so that's why I bring up that it could be a little bit of a bluff, where I've seen it before, where the police don't have quite enough on the person to bring formal charges. They make some announcements, and then they keep their eyes, wiretaps, search warrants on a specific person. And depending on what they do after this announcement is made, the police can get more leads. So that could be a very real possibility here, and could explain why the police are kind of talking out of both sides of their mouth. On one hand, they're letting a few details out. On the other hand, they're being very tight-lipped about it.
Right. We don't even know if anything was taken from, his $1.2 million mansion. We know the people who knew Dr. Hoover say he really had no enemies. He wouldn't even evict a tenant who was a year behind, I believe, on rent, but he didn't want to evict that person. What are the odds here that the suspect knew the victim or was at least familiar with him?
I say, just looking at the crime scene and looking at what the police have said, that they said this wasn't a random act and that this was related to a possible domestic incident. We do have those statements from the police. And, these types of crimes, if a wife goes missing, the first number one suspect is the husband, and vice versa. So I think here they're looking strongly at a possibility that the person knew that this wasn't random. To shoot somebody in the back of the head and put them in an attic, I think implies like a personal vendetta.
All right. Well, Joseph Tully, criminal defense attorney, we certainly appreciate your time today. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.